He dumped me. 6 dates. I was planning our future, knew the names of our future dogs, and he dumped me. I have all this hair. And he dumped me. I liked him for his personality. I don't need a hat to look hot. And he dumped me.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. This is why masculine men ignore women. How to outsmart any woman's games, okay? So a lot of dudes always ask me these questions, this woman's ignoring me, or this woman is flaking and she's playing games. And, when I see her, she's acting this way and I already hit, but why is it that I already hit and now she's giving me resistance and she's not doing what I need her to do and she's playing these games and, I'm trying to set a date and she's being very wishy-washy. You're allowing her to play these games with you and you don't understand that she's not interested anymore. Now, if you've never hit and it's just a woman that you have your eye on, a woman is going to typically view you as an average dude, okay? Now, it's all about how you feel about yourself. Now, you want women to treat you how you treat yourself. So when you see a woman treating you like you're average, oh no, bro, you have to pivot. And what most dudes have a hard time with is pivoting. But once you pivot, you see that it bugs women more than it could ever bug you. But sometimes that's not the case with most men. That's why it keeps them up. That's why it drives them crazy. It drives them crazy. I have to be the best man I can be for her. I have to be better than these other guys. I have to beat out these other guys. Listen, bro, if you're her best option, you will be her best option. But most dudes just can't accept that train of thought. But when you have that train of thought, you're strong in your spot. You cannot be knocked off your square. So I have a couple of talking points. I'm not going to hold you guys up too long, and we're going to make everything clear in this video. Number one, her demands mean absolutely nothing. A woman's demands mean absolutely nothing. See, if you think a woman's demands mean something, you're not going to ignore the games. You're going to think that you need to be a better man for her. But wait a minute. I thought you were this dope ass dude that she's trying to get with. You guys are trying to get with each other. Nah, you can see it clear as day. When a woman gets left or a dude just stops talking to her that she was treating like garbage, all of a sudden she perks her ears up, her antennas go up like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Nah, bro, a dude realizes, right? Why am I putting in this heavy effort for a woman that doesn't even care? She could care less. And then when he walks away, she's like, wait a minute, what's going on? Wait a minute, what's going on? And knowing damn well she only wanted the attention and validation. How does that even work? That's why more men need to ignore women. Masculine men already know this off the rip. Let me tell you something. I went to this family get together, right? And there was this dude there that I didn't know. And he was talking to his sister or his wife. I don't know who it was. And she said something to him, trying to shame him. He looked at her and said, well, you know what? I would love to do arts and crafts and make projects all day and go to Hobby Lobby and Michael's and shop at these stores for candles. But I got work to do. Yeah, so I don't do that. He said it to her just like that. And her face just fixed up. I instantly knew he's a man. No muscles, no veins. Not particularly attractive to what women say they like and stuff. No, just an older dude. But that's a man. That's a man. Her demands, her shaming means nothing. You're all going to play the game if you want women. And dudes try to figure out ways to not play the game. Bro, playing the game, you're going to have to reject more women than you actually get if you're actually playing. And a part of playing the game is rejecting women. Getting rid of goofy women, being able to identify with, wait, what is that? Because I don't like that. And when chicks are into me, they don't usually do that. It's another thing you could tell women too. Don't be all aggressive about it, but be like, I'm not used to that energy. So, I'm going to kindly decline. When women view you as the guy, this is not going to happen. But when women check to see if you're the guy, because they're always going to do it, you need to stop a woman dead in her tracks. That's how you outsmart her. You check her, like straight up, like, wait a minute, why are you doing that? Oh, I'm not used to that type of energy, man. So, never mind. Oh, okay, never mind. And women are going to be like, wait, what? This is what I'm saying. That's going to work when she thinks you're the guy, but she's trying to test to see if it can be confirmed. That's when it's going to work. She's going to be like, well, wait, I didn't mean it like that. Bro, we're not doing this. It can't be this way. This is how I know that a bunch of dudes just aren't that attractive. Like, they don't love themselves, because if that's the case, how can you ever put up with a woman's demands and she's telling you what you need to do for her to cooperate with you? No. Masculine men ignore the games, ignore the garbage. Number 2, a woman has to make a decision. You cannot make the decision for her. See, when you understand this, you're not going to trip out. You're not going to stay up late thinking about what if I move 2 spots to the left and once to the right and down, down, up, up, B, A, X, or whatever. You're not going to think these thoughts. You're never going to think these thoughts. A woman has to make a choice. You cannot force her. You cannot make the decision for her. So when a woman chooses wrong, you go bye-bye. Because when you go bye-bye, it has a woman in her head thinking like, well, damn, was that the best I could do? Well, damn, should I have, taken him up on his offer? You understand? Never let a woman look at you or say anything to you that signals, well, I'll give you a chance. What? Bro, don't even play with me like that. What do you mean you'll give me a chance? What are you going to do? Come into my life? Make me rich? Put me on business? Put me on game? Really? That's what you're going to do? So who's giving who a chance? Remember when I tell you dudes, you're the opportunity. A woman ain't never gonna build a dude up. Never. So what's the point in thinking that you're letting her give you a chance? You're allowing her to give you a chance. No. I'm allowing you to participate in what I'm offering. I'm a cool ass dude. I'm chill, funny, charismatic. I'd love to spend time with you. But if I'm getting met with, well, if it's worth my time, I'll give you a chance. We'll see. Bro, that is pure disrespect. You guys got to start taking things as pure disrespect. Like, I know dudes are going to be like, damn, you're acting all extra militant. Bro, what? Even the things I put in my own body I'm militant about. I don't take disrespect from food. I'm not taking and that keeps me alive. I'm not taking disrespect from a woman, bro. And that's how men should move. Masculine men just get out of the way of that shit. Number 3, if you ask her out, right, and make plans with a time frame, you do everything right in that sense, and she still acts goofy, she did wrong. I'm tired of dudes, right, coming to me with this specific problem of, well, I did everything right and she's still acting that way. She don't like you. She's not interested, and she's a goofy. It's not that she's a goofy because she's not interested in you. She's a goofy for not communicating clearly that she's not interested, so you don't keep waiting around. But see, it's also a man's fault at the same time. We have to hold each other accountable. If you're not giving women instructions with a time frame, this allows them to play games. See, when you know this, you outsmart the games. Most men don't know this. They think, well, I should just wait on her. That's why you never ask a woman, well, when are you free? Now, you could do that. It's not a problem with that if she's actually interested. But what I like to do is, hey, so we should do this day, this time. I'm free this day, and this day. Now she can reply, well, that doesn't work for me. Okay. And here's another thing, guys. One thing you have to start doing is don't go out of your way to reschedule on her timing. Because if women are actually interested in you, it's so funny how they'll quadruple text you, triple text you, double text you, like your pictures, do a bunch of stuff that signals off to you, oh, she's feeling the kid. But when they're not, they're always putting that extra resistance. Well, that doesn't work for me. And they just leave it there like that. It's kind of like they're talking at you at that point. Not trying to put any heavy effort on it. Like, well, we can reschedule for this day or whatever. You know why? It's like when a dude goes, you're cute. You're talking at her. What can she respond to that? But, thanks. Same thing. What am I supposed to respond to that? Well, that doesn't work for me. They do that because they know that guys will insert blank. Well, what else works for you? When are you going to be free after that? And no, bro. You're playing right into her game because she has plenty of dudes that are willing to do this shit. Plenty of them. So, when you know how to give a woman instructions, set plans with a time frame between this time, but this day, between this time and this time, she only has that to answer to. If not, get out of the way. Masculine men ignore all that goofy stuff. Number 4, you have to use her nature against her when you're playing this game. In this game, you have to use women's desires, their nature, and having knowledge about them. You have to use it and flip it all on them. So if you think about it, king's treatment, right? When I talk about king's treatment, it's kind of just the reverse on what a woman would call princess treatment. But a man, the other thing is, right, a man will pour more into a woman that's actually giving him king's treatment. If you actually understand protection, guidance, competence, You understand? All of that shit. A good time. Willing to take her on, pay for things as well because she's pouring into him. Women, it's not the same on the reverse though. It's all the good treatment given to a man. It's the same thing as the good treatment that would be given to a woman, but women don't typically reciprocate with princess energy, well, princess treatment, besides being in your presence. Besides you being in their presence, actually, if you want to put it that way. Because if you pay attention, most women that preach that princess treatment stuff, they're not saying it as, well, if he does this, I'm going to shower him and do this for him and blah, blah, blah. No. But I'm telling dudes, when a woman gives you king's treatment, oh yeah, you respect that chick. You keep her in a stable. Honestly, that's the only one that you should be giving your undivided attention to. Not all of your attention, but when it comes to certain things like that are between you two, yeah, give that undivided attention to that situation. Anything else is smash and dash because they're not pouring into you. They're not doing anything. This is always going to get exposed in the dates you do plan. You know, you could plan one date that's super simple. She cooperates. You might smash. She might be pleasant with you. And then you do a better date. So she starts following your lead. Everything you do is leading and women will follow it, but it has to make sense. So when you go all out for the first date, this is why guys get played. It don't make no sense. You outsmart women by understanding their nature and using it against them, because when women have to earn a dude, they're more likely to stick around. When they don't have to earn a dude, they're more likely to burn a dude. Number 5, let's close the video on this one. You have to be able to realize when a woman is treating you like the average guy. Now, what is the average guy? The average guy is invisible. The average guy has to be super funny to get with the chick, right? The average guy has to have this, a nice car. He has to do this. He has to do this. He has to simp, trick. He has to pretty much put her up on a pedestal. When she's acting this way towards you, get out of the way. Now, you could be a bald dude, a dude who has no money, broke dude, a dude who she's looking down on. But the moment you look at her and you're like, all right, have a nice day. Something changes because you're all these things, right, that she's looking down on you for, but you got the audacity to reject her. You got the audacity to walk away. You got the balls to actually be a masculine man. Oh, no, bro. No, bro. And a lot of weak dudes always have this talking point. Well, they're not going to care. They're just going to move on to Chad and Tyrone and the next option and the next guy. That's how they move. They're hypergamous. Listen, bro, that is true, but it's still a shock to the gut because she was already looking down on you. And the fact that you don't have to argue, you don't have to say nothing, you just walk away, that's like, what the hell? Because you understand that most dudes are going to try and persuade and convince, right? And try to talk their way back into her good graces. When you do none of that, bro, you outsmart the games. Because look, if a woman is not temperature checking you, basically she finds you as a very attractive dude and she's just checking to see if you're that guy that she thinks you are, and you pass it, and you know how to pass it, guys. Cool, calm, and collected. Stoic. Make a joke about it. Breeze past it. Invite her over. Breeze past it. Make plans. When you get through it, you understand, okay, she was just checking because now she keeps continuing on with you. But when it's the game's like, oh, nah, who you talking to like that? Nah, I don't even feel you like that. No, this doesn't work for me. I'm not free. And it just leaves it there without trying to reschedule any little thing, bro. Well, I typically like my guys taller. Any little thing, bro, that signals to you that she views you as average. When you see this and you can identify it, you can be like, oh, I don't like that. Get out the way. That's how you outsmart it. And you're going to see a lot of these reactions from women like, how dare he? What? I got all ready and he canceled the date, and you know, he said he was going to call, but now he's not calling because she probably did something to annoy a guy in that week or the day before or the day of, couple hours before. She doesn't notice it because she's so caught up in this dude being average. Who is he to ever try to kick me to the curb or get rid of me? And that's why dudes ignore women. See, guys are always going to be like, well, that doesn't work. And bro, why would anybody be talking about it if it doesn't work? See, it doesn't work because a woman's already looking down on you. But what you need to focus on is you picking yourself up, walking away, and respecting yourself. That's a W for you. See, guys don't worry about W's that they stack as men. They never worry about W's that they stack as men, that build them up as men. They worry about guy gets girl and girl gets guy, gets with guy. Not girl tries to get with guy, guy gets with girl. That's how it goes, bro. Women should be trying to get with you. Never put yourself in a position to be seen as an average dude. That's the key point I want dudes to take away from this video. This is the gem I want to drop in this video. I don't care if you think I'm 5'6", I'm Asian, I'm Indian, women don't like me, for whatever it is. I'm skinny fat, whatever it is. That's your fault anyway. You need to be getting on that. You know how I get down with that shit. You know how I get down with that shit. Stop playing around with yourself. Never let a woman look at you like you're average, bro. Never. I don't care for what circumstance. Never. All that shit is going to do is lower your confidence. No, bro. It's not what we're about. It's not what we're about. Himi Hendrix the third. That's who you should refer to yourself as. And love yourself, bro. That's how you outsmart these games, bro. Because I'm telling you, there's plenty of women that played with dudes' time. There's plenty of women that thought they were better than dudes, and dudes bossed up at the end of it, bro. Dude's got a flyer chick now. Dude's got a chick that's cooperating with him now. Dude has put himself in a better situation. And a lot of women look back on, situations with guys, and they're like, damn, I can't believe it was so easy for him to walk away. Yeah, it was, because he's a masculine man. And they're always going to try to shame that. And they're always going to scream toxic masculinity, but it is what it is. And there ain't no such thing as a toxic masculine dude because he knows his own self-worth. Never get it confused out here, bro. So let's start this week off right. This is how you outsmart any woman's games. And this is why masculine men ignore women. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy, Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A couple of months ago, I met this guy off of Hinge. He was really cute. We hit it off. We went on a couple of dates. Like, the dates were really fun. We vibed on a lot of things. Like, he was really into fashion. He was kind of spiritual, loved traveling. We kind of enjoyed going to the same places, had like friends all over the world. So it was like a really nice connection. But I have this thing with like texting, and I never like believe and buy into this thought that like people are too busy. And again, like, I'm not saying you have to be on your phone all the time, but communication is pretty important to me. I feel like also in between dates, it like builds emotional connection. So if it's not like very good conversations, I kind of like, it's not my thing. I was also not in the best headspace where I didn't have enough patience for things to kind of play out. So after a couple of dates, I had kind of told him like, you know what, I think this communication style is just like not working for me. I value this a lot. It's something that's important to me. He was like, at first, like, he was like, yeah, I'll work on it. Like, I get it. But somehow like nothing really changed in the beginning. And I was just like, oh, like, I can't be with this. And I kind of like ended things. And then I deleted his number, which I do. It's just like a cleansing thing. It's a ritual because I don't need to like be blocking people. And I guess he thought he was blocked. So he kind of never reached out. Although if you really wanted to, you would. But I then some days like passed, some weeks passed, I had like reflected on things and I was like, you know what, whatever. It is what it is. But then I see him on Hinge again, and his profile is like very inspired by like certain things I said, which I find partially cringe, partially like, okay, like flattering my ego, but like weird as whatever. So I make a joke on his Hinge profile that I like see again. We get to talking and we went out last night.